Hi guys, Haley here. So I am at convention. I'm in my underwear, in my pajamas, getting ready to go to bed, and I just wanted to pop on and share with you a takeaway from a training that I had today. So we have this speaker, and I'm really exhausted, so you have to forgive me. I can't remember her name, but I have her book, and I will post a photo of her book in a comment below so that you can read it if you're interested. It's a book about leadership, but she said something that was like, oh, light bulb. So she said, imagine that you are standing over a body of water, like a lake, okay? So let's say you're standing at a lake, and you have this big rock, this big, huge rock, and your goal is to get that rock straight down. Your goal is to drop that rock straight down to the very bottom of the lake, okay? And when that happens, you will have accomplished your goal. So she says you stand over the water and you have this big boulder, this big huge rock, and you drop it and it goes straight down and it hits the bottom of the lake. So your mission is accomplished, right? And then she said, but what you don't maybe think about or realize is the ripples from that rock hitting the water. So although you've accomplished your goal, you've dropped that rock and it's gone straight down to the bottom of the lake, just like you wanted. What you might not be aware of is the ripples that are happening, that are taking their time to get to the banks of that lake and maybe are causing erosion. Okay, so for example, this can be a good thing or a bad thing. Let's say that you have a hurtful, hateful words or something like that to say to someone, or you just want to get your point across, or perhaps you're feeling a little bit dramatic and you just feel like you need to vent or post something on social media, and so you do that. That's you dropping your rock into the lake or the river. But what you don't realize is the after effect of the rippling that happens, and you can't stop that. That is going to happen, and it's a result of you dropping that rock. But you didn't think first before you dropped it to think how, oh my gosh, how are those ripples going to go on to continue to impact, continue to carry on later, the impact of my words or my thought or my ugliness or my hatefulness or my drama that I was sharing. And she said, it can be good or bad. So let's say that your intention is to share something positive. So you drop that boulder, that rock into the river or the lake, and so you've shared a compliment, something beautiful, something positive about someone or to someone. So you've dropped it and it's gone straight down. So now you said those words, but what you might not realize is the ripple effect that you've had because you shared something beautiful and positive, and how those ripples go on to impact others long after you've dropped that positive rock into that body of water. So she said it. Yeah, I'm exhausted, Erica. You're asking how I'm holding up. Yeah, no, I'm tired already, and we haven't even really started, let's be honest. Like, we had a Black status meeting today, exclusive status meeting, actually, purple and Black status, which was really fantastic. And then we had a Black status dinner this evening, and so I'm pretty tired, but gonna try to go to bed early and hit it again tomorrow. But think about that. Think about how your words, whether dramatic or negative or positive and uplifting and beautiful, how they might ripple and affect things you can't maybe immediately see, how it might impact other people later, how what you put out into social media, what you say out loud, how now that you've had your point, now that you've made your point, the ripple effects of that. So I might pay it forward to you and compliment you, and how does that make you feel? The ripple effect of that is you might feel really good, and then you might decide to do something nice for someone else, and they do something nice for someone else, and it just ripples across and affects. But the same is true of negativity and drama too. So you feel sorry for yourself, so you post something on social media or whatever, and it's a negative thing, and you then, without realizing, have potentially created these negative ripples as well. So just be intentional. Her message was, think before you speak, good and bad, and be intentional with your message, because it is going to ripple, it is going to trickle down, it is going to ripple out. And when those waves hit the bank of that body of water, like, what do you want to have happen? Do you want it to be a good thing or a bad thing? So I hope that makes sense. I wish I would have taped it, because she said it, of course, much better than I did. but that was kind of something that just stuck with me that we learned today. And like I said, I'll post a picture of her book in this group in case you want to grab it. I'm excited to read it. We were gifted one at convention, so I have a photo of the cover. And I'll be trying to pop in and share these takeaways with you guys as they kind of come into my mind and as I have time. Lindsay says, yeah, it comes back. It absolutely comes back, whatever, good or bad. So just remember that. Post with purpose and think. Think before you speak. Think before you act, good and bad, because you will, whether you mean to or not, you will create a wave. You will create a ripple with your words. So that's it. So I hope that you enjoyed this little tip. I think that if you watch it back and really give it some thought, and that with that analogy that I just shared, that I think that you'll find that you'll become more aware. Maybe I'm hopeful that you'll become more aware of the impact that your words and your actions have on others long after you've made them. So I love you guys. More to come. Stay tuned, and we'll see you tomorrow.